This is Severe MMA. We're at Cage Warrior 76 in Newport, and we're alongside Jawany Scott. And yeah, it was a really, it was a great fight to watch against Sean Scrivens. 3 rounds. You could pick maybe 1 or 2.
Definitely. That could have got one. I think that could have got given to him, which was the first round. I had him a couple times with the jabs on the right hands, but then he slipped one of them, got the takedown. I defended it quite well. He did get a few shots in that never done that much damage, but he did finish the round on top. So that was a double.
You worked really well off your back in that first round. I mean, he didn't land anything. He didn't get any subs. He couldn't get any ground and pound. But were you in between the rounds, were you getting frustrated that maybe this was going to be the game plan, just to bury the head in your chest and keep you down?
Yeah, definitely. I knew that's mostly what we worked on. If you did see, my stance was quite wide, so I was able to see him when he was going to shoot in for it. As you can see, for the last couple of rounds, he couldn't get it at all. I stuffed it a few times, hit him back with a few kicks. I had an exchanging kick. He did catch me with the armbar though. I think that was in the 2nd or 3rd round, was it?
Yeah, scrambled in the 2nd, I think.
Was it 2nd? Yeah, it was 2nd. Yeah, but at first I wasn't too worried, but then I did see he was holding on for dear life with that. But then I did manage to get around the opposite side, get it out. I can still quite feel it a bit though. Yeah.
As the fight progressed, it seemed that he was, and I'm not taking anything, I'm going to use the word clinical to describe him, but your movement, your footwork was, I mean, for an amateur fighter, was exceptional. I mean, very flowy. Is that part of the fight for peace sort of mantra, movement equals winning fights?
Most definitely, but everyone within fight peace has their own style of fighting. That is my style, and I knew that if I was quite static or stationary, he was going to get the takedown all day long. So keep that moving, change it, throw in a couple shots, a few kicks. It would catch him off guard, and I knew he wasn't going to get it again, most definitely.
I mean, it was an entertaining fight, and other than the win, because I know you're going to be happy with that, what's the biggest positive you're taking out? What element of your performance are you happiest with?
Just the ability to keep going. Obviously, from that armbar, which took a lot of my energy just trying to get out of, I could have got into my corner and just have been like, what's the word? I could have almost given him the other 2 rounds already, which went back, got words of inspiration from our 2 coaches, then went in to finish it.
You've said, I've got to ask, what did they tell you? Was it just a case of a rocket up your ass, or what advice did they give you?
A bit of both. This is my round, or the other 2 rounds was going to be mine, which is what they told me, and which was most definitely. And then, I just didn't want to give it to him. I came all this way to Wales, showed him what I've got. I heard that that camp did do quite well throughout today, so I was going to give them their first upset. Yeah.
I'll ask one more question, because we travel around the country. Fight for Peace is not a team that we're familiar with.
You will be familiar with it soon, most definitely.
Well, give us just a little, if you can, just a little background. Where are you guys from, and sort of who your coaches are?
Yeah, we're from North Woolwich, which is in East London. We've got a world champion kickboxer, which is my coach, my stand-up coach, Daniel Sam. Then we've got Steve and Chris, which is mostly my jiu-jitsu, and mostly my head coaches, which they put everything together. So I do get the jiu-jitsu from them, and the stand-up from Daniel Sam, but then also they're my head coaches, so they told me how to put it all in one.
Wow, Jawany, it was a pleasure watching you perform as an amateur. If the performance is any indication of how the team is going to grow and develop, Fight for Peace is a camp that we're going to be looking out for. Congratulations on a big win at Cage Warriors.
Thank you.